Hi everyone, my name is Charlie, and today I thought that I would record one last video to inform you just why I'm keeping my latest work in progress secret. Now, I've been working on my current novel since the end of January. I am currently at 70 something A5 pages, and it, again, is another slow process. When I first started it, I got hit 20 pages quite quickly, and I was surprised at that. But for me, everything slows down eventually. Different things happen and get in the way. And so I am once again writing when I get the opportunity. I also am aware that I want to be reading and I want to be making videos, and there are a lot of things that I do that kind of get in the way, but that's not what this video is about. The reason that I'm keeping this book secret is for two reasons, really. So I'll go with the first. The first is that in November, well, October-November time, I decided that I wanted to rewrite my children's book and work on that and send it out to publishers and try and get that traditionally done. I'm making it sound a lot easier. I know all the hard work that goes into it, but that was what my intention was to do this year. And so I asked my friend Lindsay and my other friend Lily, who have both read the book, to send me their critiques, and they were both great in answering my questions, because I was just incessant with all my ramblings about this book, reading children's books and making notes on the book. And I read the book about 6 times during November and December just so that I could get down on paper all my thoughts about it and the changes that I wanted to make. And then I started 2018 with the plan to begin rewriting like a chapter a day. I thought it'd be like really easy work because I knew the story. Then I knew that that was going to happen, but I'm always one of these people who has really, like, my dreams are rose tinted. I don't look on the past with rose tinted glasses. I look on the future. And so I didn't rewrite for the first 2 chapters. I started from chapter 3 because I was quite happy with the first 2 chapters. And so I began this rewrite at chapter 3, and I rewrote that chapter. I even read it at I read the start at the writers group when we came back to the writers group at the start of January. And then I wasn't really writing. And my friend Lindsay had said to me, don't do like an announcement video of the fact that you're writing this book, because you and I both know that you conflict from project to project, which is what I do. She even sent me a laptop once when another laptop broke, where she said something about don't flit on it, and she constantly said that to me because Lindsay's a great friend and she knows what I'm like. And yet, so I did actually make a huge video talking about this book and how much I was looking forward to getting back to working with the characters. And then Lindsay said that to me. I was like, well, I won't upload that then. And then I mentioned it in a video, and I'm not even sure what video I mentioned the children's book in. I mentioned it a lot on Twitter, but that's Twitter. You don't even have to think about Twitter. Everyone says stupid stuff on there. But yeah, I can't think what video it was, but I mentioned it and I was like, oh. And then 2 weeks down the line, I was sat in bed, upset about the fact that I hadn't written in ages, looking at the fact that I finished the second Doris book in February last year and I hadn't finished another book since then, and comparing myself to other writers as I am wont to do. And I was like, why don't you just write this book? You have an entire plan written for it. The character is in your head. You've been planning this, like, I've been planning the book since I was 12, really, but the way it's currently got characters and stuff, it's been since about 2014 or 15. And so I sat there that night and I wrote really, like, I didn't care about my handwriting at the time, so really big sloppy handwriting. And then I think I wrote about 5 pages sat there that night. And then I was like, well, let's just continue down this vein. And so I did that. I started bringing the notebook to work with me and writing in it then. And I'd started the notebook at the start of January and I finished it last month sometime, or, well, February or March, I can't remember which, but I think it was March. And then I've started this other notebook, and I've written quite a lot of words for it. But the second reason I'm keeping it secret is because it's one of those things that I don't know whether I'll release, and I don't want to make promises to people about this book, and I think that the more that I don't want to become one of those writers that talks about their work and never writes it. And I worry that should I talk too much about this book, that I will lose some of my own interest in it, because I'll feel like I've released Doris, and I've released Doris 2, and I know from writing that people will constantly ask me questions during, all the time about the books, and then when I release the books and I go out and talk about them, I have to answer a lot of questions that can become quite similar. And I don't mind answering questions, that's not what I'm saying. But there does come a time when you're just like, I don't have anything more to talk about this book about. And so I thought, let's just keep it secret, because you yourself will be able to keep your love and enjoyment of the story, and you don't have to let anyone else in. And I can really write at my own pace then, because I don't have any readers expecting, when I say readers, I mean like the people I usually send my work to be read and critiqued. I don't have them asking when the next chapter is going to come. And so it was to release some pressure from myself, actually. And I just remembered another reason, which is related to the children's book, and that is that I didn't even tell people what I was working on, and to tell them that it was secret, because I worried about upsetting my friend Lindsay, because I have flitted from the children's book, and because Lindsay had written me such comprehensive critiques and has read that book once already, and is reading the children's book for me again, and is sending me critiques, and I felt like I was letting her work go to waste, and I didn't want her to feel like I wasn't appreciating her. So I decided it's best not to say anything. And then it just so happened that I started calling the book a secret on Twitter, and my friends caught onto the idea that I was actually calling, when I was talking about the children's book, I'd call it the children's book. So they realised, well, if it's a secret, it's definitely not the children's book then, because I talk about that book all the time. And it's still a book that I intend to get back to. In fact, I was thinking about it yesterday whilst I was reading Anansi Boys, how much I want to write that book as well. But I can't juggle 2 projects at once. It's just not who I am, sadly. So there you go. That is the reason, well, the few reasons that I am keeping my current work in progress secret. I will continue to make videos about writing though, and asking my questions about writing, because I still, as a writer, need reassurance from people, and I can't get the reassurance that it's any good, the book that I'm working on, but I don't want that right now. I just want the kind of spurring on people to say, just keep on going, keep on writing. Yeah. So, are you working on anything creatively at the moment? Please feel free to let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.